Have you ever woken up in the morning and thought, I just don't move like I used to? Maybe your legs feel stiff, your balance feels off, or a simple walk feels more like a challenge than a joy. If you've felt this way, you're not alone. And more importantly, you're not stuck. Just because walking feels difficult now doesn't mean you have to give up on movement altogether. In fact, today we want to show you that there are powerful, simple things you can do instead of walking. Things that can rebuild your strength, ease your stiffness, and help you feel more steady and confident, all without ever stepping outside your front door. Let's take a look at Sally. At 72, Sally had always been fiercely independent, but one day she noticed herself hesitating before taking the stairs. She held on to furniture more than usual just to feel steady. Walks that once energized her now left her tired and a little shaky. At first, she blamed age. I guess this is just what happens, she told herself. But deep down, Sally wanted more. She wanted to move with ease. She wanted to wake up without pain. She wanted to trust her body again. That's when she discovered something life-changing. Movement doesn't always have to mean walking. Here's what she did instead, and what you can start doing today, right from home. Number 1, she started stretching before even getting out of bed. Before her feet even touched the floor, Sally gave herself a gift. A few quiet minutes to gently wake up her body. She used to roll out of bed stiff and achy, her knees creaky, her back tight, and her balance unsteady. It made mornings feel like an uphill battle. But once she discovered the power of early movement, everything changed. Now, she starts her day slowly and intentionally. Still tucked under the covers, she begins by wiggling her toes and rotating her ankles, like gently coaxing life back into her legs. She reaches her arms overhead for a soft stretch, taking a deep breath in as she lengthens her spine and opens her chest. Next, she pulls one knee toward her chest, then the other, feeling her hips open up just a little more each day. She adds in a gentle twist to each side, wringing out the stiffness from her back, like stretching out a tightly wound ribbon. And before she even sits up, she brings her hands to her knees and takes a few slow, deep breaths. It's a ritual, a moment of peace, a way to remind her body, we're not rushing anymore. We're caring. And the difference? It's incredible. Instead of hobbling to the bathroom or shuffling down the hallway, she stands with more ease. Her legs feel awake. Her joints feel oiled. That foggy, sluggish start to the day? Gone. These stretches only take a few minutes, but they set the tone for her entire day. So if your body feels tight or frozen in the mornings, don't push it. Support it. Start with the smallest movements, a toe wiggle, a gentle shoulder roll, a quiet breath. It may not seem like much, but it's the beginning of something powerful. Mobility, confidence, and control before you've even left the bed. Number 2, she practiced stepping up and down on a single stair. Sally knew that a full flight of stairs could feel overwhelming. So she began with just one simple step. Every morning, she found a small, safe step, perhaps on her porch or near the entrance of her home, and made that one step her training ground. She approached it slowly, focusing on balance and control. With each gentle lift of her foot, she imagined building strength, like adding one brick to a foundation that would support her for years to come. Stepping up and then descending, she repeated this motion deliberately, feeling her leg muscles engage and her confidence grow. At first, it was a cautious, almost meditative ritual. Each rise was a win, a reminder that even a small movement can spark a big change. Over time, that single step became a stepping stone toward feeling steadier, and gradually, as her muscles grew stronger, she felt ready to add another step to her routine. This simple exercise not only rekindled her physical strength, but also her belief that she could overcome any obstacle, one small step at a time. Number 3, she moved during everyday routines. Sally realized that movement doesn't only come from dedicated exercise. It can be woven into the fabric of daily life. She transformed ordinary moments into opportunities for gentle movement. Imagine brushing your teeth while simultaneously lifting your feet in a marching rhythm, or pacing slowly around the living room during a long phone call. That's exactly what Sally did. By adding little bursts of movement to her daily routine, she broke the long chains of stillness that had previously made her feel sluggish. As she marched in place, she could almost hear her muscles waking up, stirring to life with each gentle step. She even took a moment to roll her shoulders, feeling the tension melt away with every rotation. These moments, though they seemed small individually, accumulated into a day filled with continuous, mindful motion. Sally discovered that every time she moved, no matter how brief the moment, it was a chance to celebrate life, to inject energy into her day, and to remind herself that every step counts. This transformed her perspective, making movement a natural and enjoyable part of life rather than an isolated task. Number 4, she did simple, leg-strengthening exercises. Determined to build the strength in her legs, Sally embraced exercises that were as accessible as they were effective, all from the comfort of her home. The secret was simplicity. She began with chair squats, sitting slowly on a chair and rising without the help of her hands. At first, it required concentration and a touch of effort, but soon she noticed her legs becoming firmer and more reliable. Each squat was like a quiet conversation with her muscles. We're getting stronger together. Next, she incorporated leg lifts while seated. One leg at a time, she extended it out and held it for a few steady seconds. This gentle exercise wasn't just about building muscle. It was about reclaiming the fluidity and control of movement that made her feel empowered. Finally, Sally practiced heel raises. Holding onto the back of a chair for support, she raised herself onto her tiptoes and then slowly lowered back down. This simple move not only strengthened her calves, but also improved her circulation, making her feel lighter on her feet. Through these exercises, Sally discovered that everyday movements done with care and consistency could fortify her legs, help maintain her balance, and reduce the risk of falls. They became a daily affirmation. Every lift, every squat was a promise to herself that she was in charge of her strength. Number 5, she discovered the power of yoga and Tai Chi. At first, Sally was skeptical. She had always pictured yoga and Tai Chi as practices reserved for the young and supremely flexible. But one day, driven by a need to find a new way to balance her body and mind, she decided to give it a try. She found a beginner's video online and cleared a small space in her living room. With the soothing guidance of the instructor, Sally began to mimic the slow, deliberate movements. Each pose, each flowing motion, invited her to slow down, breathe deeply, and really listen to her body. In these gentle sessions, Sally learned to balance and center herself. Tai Chi's slow, meditative movements helped her activate muscles she'd long neglected, while yoga improved her flexibility and provided moments of inner calm. With every session, she felt less tangled in the worries of yesterday and more present in the promise of today. These practices didn't demand perfection, only persistence and an open heart. And as her confidence grew, Sally found that not only did her balance and strength improve, but her mind cleared, and she began to experience a deep sense of peace. Yoga and Tai Chi became more than just exercises. They were transformative rituals that wove a thread of calm, strength, and resilience into her everyday life, reminding her that it's never too late to find harmony between body and mind. Each of these practices helped Sally redefine her mornings, her routines, and ultimately her life. Every small, intentional movement was a step toward renewed strength, balance, and vibrancy, a message we can all take to heart.